Are you ready for the King of the Ice? Pete's Power Plays with Philly Pete starts now on 12 Ounce Sports.
And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Thursday, February 4th, 2021 episode of Pete's Power Plays, hosted by the one, the only, King of the Ice himself. That's me, Philly Pete, and we're live on 12 Ounce Sports and Zingo TV, channel 761. Hope everyone's having a phenomenal Thursday afternoon, Thursday morning, Thursday night, wherever you may be across the world. Thank you so much for taking your time out of your day and hanging out with me, yours truly, Philly Pete. This show, Pete's Power Plays, is sponsored by the one, the only, MyBookie.ag. Sports are back, ladies and gentlemen, as we all know. Start cashing out large today by going to MyBookie.ag. Use the promo code 12Ounce Sports. That's 12OZ Sports, all caps. You can see the promo right underneath the video here on the banner of the show. Sign up today. They'll match your first deposit up to $1,000. Simple as that. $1,000, they'll match it up to you. No big deal, no problem. But always remember to gamble responsibly. Once again, it is mybookie.ag. Use the promo code 12Ounce Sports, 12OZ Sports, and start cashing out large today. Zingo TV, channel 761. Ladies and gentlemen out there that are tuning into today's episode of Pete's Power Plays, welcome aboard. Glad that you are taking your time out as well on your Thursday, wherever you are doing. Those that don't have Zingo TV, I highly recommend you download it. It's a free app. A free streaming app. It's on every streaming platform out there, whether it's Roku TV, Amazon Fire Stick, Google Chromecast, Apple TV. It is out there. It's free. Sign up. Use the promo code 12Ounce, 12OZ. Simple as that. And from there, turn into channel 761, and you'll be live with Philly Pete today, the King of the Ice himself. And last but not least, Amazon. We have a website out there as well if you want to buy something interesting, whatever it may be. Go to www.12ouncesportsradio.com/Amazon. Once again, www.12ouncesportsradio.com/Amazon. So, who the hell is having fun? I said it yesterday. I'm saying it again. Who's having fun with Philly Pete right now? Cashing out large again last night with a sweep of Twitter, a sweep of clients. The only problem that we had last night was the under 5.5 in that Bruins-Flyers game. That was the only loss, but that was a show play. So that's it. Everything else cashed out. Let's go over that real quick before we get into tonight's fun with 8 games on the card tonight, 3 games being postponed for COVID, and I'll get into the Super Bowl daily fantasy players and lineups as well. I can tell you right now, no players have been changed as far as I'm concerned. I'm still rocking out the 3 players like I said last week. And I'll just keep it posted once again to every one of you out there. So last night we had 2 games on the menu. Detroit and the Tampa Bay Lightning. Detroit Red Wings and the Tampa Bay Lightning. So the show plays, we had the money line, the regulation, the -1. They all cashed out. Tampa absolutely destroyed Detroit. Again, I don't understand some people that want to waste their money and their bankroll on a team that is terrible. You know, you're wasting your time, you're wasting your money. There's no need for that. The money is where the team is. I get it. You love value, but you know, you're wasting a unit. You're wasting a half unit on plays like this. It's just, it's outrageous to me. But Tampa Bay money line cashed out, of course, no problem. In regulation, they cashed out, no problem. The -1, they cashed out, no problem. On the Twitter plays, like I posted yesterday, that's a clean sweep. The -1.5 cashed out, and the over 5.5 cashed out. So those that tailed the entire Detroit, I should say, those who tailed the Tampa Bay Lightning in general, cashed out no problem, sweeping that damn board. And also the clients had the over team total 3.5 For Tampa Bay, that cashed out midway through the second period. It was 3-0 after the first. Simple as that. I mean, you can't go wrong there. Clients cash out their play of the evening as well. So everyone is happy right now. Philly Pete's even happier. Everybody's having a great time so far. We're having fun. We're having a great time. And then we move on to the nightcap game, Boston and Philly. I did mention the under 5.5. That was the only loser in this with all these plays I mentioned yesterday. Under 5.5, that was a loser, but the Boston money line was a Twitter play that cashed out as well. And then last but not least, those I did mention the parlay, Boston and Tampa parlay. Those that did do that, you probably got maybe even money, maybe a little bit more, maybe plus 110, something of a small value there. Congratulations, you cashed out your money line parlay as well. So again, Tampa money line regulation -1, -1.5. And the over 5.5 cashed out. And the over, unfortunately, the over 5.5 for Boston cashed. We had the under. I had the under 5.5 on my show. That was the only loser last night. And then, of course, Boston money line with a hell of a comeback there against the Flyers. I can't believe it. Again, I said this on the show yesterday. The Flyers win if their defense shows up. They looked great into that slip-up goal and just lost in the third period. Simple as that. Some soft power plays. Some soft calls, I should say, that went the Boston direction there. And that's what happens. They paid the price. Flyers paid the price, simple as that, and they lost once again to Boston. And then, of course, the Boston and Tampa parlay, the moneyline parlay, that cashed out for everybody as well. So congrats on a hell of a night. Clients, congrats on a sweep. Twitter sweep. And again, the only slip up on the show plays was that under 5.5 for the Boston Flyers game. All is good. So real quick, let us get into the daily fantasy football for this upcoming weekend. Like I said, we are here on Super Bowl Sunday. We are a few days away. Can't go wrong here. We're having a great time, and it's going to be one hell of a game. Tampa Bay is +3. I, believe it or not, have a future for the Tampa Bay Bucks before the season started at 10-1 to win the Super Bowl. So I'm pretty happy with that. I do feel like hedging is for basically the lawnmowers. I mean, as much as I love to hedge, something about this game, I'm feeling that Brady is going to win this game for some reason. But Tampa's +3, and it's going to be raining down there. It's going to be raining cats and dogs apparently, and windy as well is what I'm hearing. So the under might be a pretty solid play in the Super Bowl as well. But in regards to the three players here, again, it's not changing. It is not changing for me. I'm still sticking with the three that I had previously, and that is Travis Kelce, Patrick Mahomes, and Chris Godwin. And you can't go wrong with those three. I expect those three to be in everybody's lineup when filling out your daily fantasy football lineups this Sunday. And always remember, I will be giving out a free FanDuel Twitter Super Bowl daily fantasy football lineup from yours truly, like every other time. And let's all cash out, okay? Clients will get theirs, and Twitter will get theirs as well. So don't be alarmed. All right, let's hope that we cash out. We've been cashing out daily fantasy all year, both Twitter and clients, besides maybe 3 or 4 weeks. So again, everyone's been profiting off of my lineups. So let's end the season with the Super Bowl with a good daily fantasy football lineup. So once again, Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, and Chris Godwin should be in those lineups. Those are my fantasy locks when it comes to Super Bowl Sunday. And there you have it. So let's get into the bulk of the action for tonight. Now, we were supposed to have 11 games this evening, and unfortunately 3 games are postponed due to COVID. Obviously, the New Jersey Devils versus the Pittsburgh Penguins, the Buffalo Sabres versus the New York Islanders, and the Minnesota Wild versus the Colorado Avalanche. So we won't have 3 games this evening. So, okay, well, guess what? That means we just got to talk about 8 games on the menu tonight. But that's okay. That's all right. We will make the fun out of it. And let's get to it. So let's go. Nashville and Florida. Nashville Predators versus the Florida Panthers here. Nashville. This is basically a toss-up game. Florida -115 on the money line. Nashville -105 on the money line. 75% of the money is heading towards Florida in this game here tonight, which I'm actually surprised with. And 25% going towards Nashville. Over-under is set at 5.5. Don't be surprised if this moves up to 6. I have a feeling this is going to be a 6 spot by the time the puck drop, maybe a little bit before puck drop happens there tonight in Florida. But to me, I just think that I like the over 5.5 in this game. Florida, these two teams, Nashville 4-4-1 in the last 9 on the overs. Florida 3-3 in their last 6 on the over. So they're about as even as you can get when it comes to over-unders. But I'm digging the over 5.5 here. I think you should lock this in before it moves to 6 because I feel like it will. And when it comes to this game in general, I'm really liking the Nashville Predators. And I know they're only getting 25% of the money, but to me, I just feel like this might be a game where, they got to win. They got to win a game. They're 0-4 on the road. I mean, I know they go down to Sunrise tonight, but I just think that, Florida's 2-0 at home, but something about this Nashville team, I feel like, they got to win a game. They got to win an away game, and I think tonight might be that night. And at the small money line there, I'm slightly leaning on that minus 105 for Nashville. My bigger play, though, is the over 5.5 in this game. I think that we're going to see a fair share of amount of goals. We know Florida could give up goals, and obviously we know Nashville can do the same thing as well. So I like the over 5.5 in this game. And there you have it. They're in Sunrise, Florida. So simple as that. Florida, Nashville, over 5.5, and a slight lean towards the Nashville Predators money line. So there you have it. Moving on, and you know what? I'm going to take a quick break. Give me 2, and I will be back, and I'll talk the rest of the card for tonight. So hang back, sit tight, and I'll be back.
Welcome to MyBookie. You're ready to create an account and start making money, and we're here to help. And remember, you can get a bonus of up to $1,000 on your first deposit. Now you're ready to bet. Just go to mybookie.ag, visit the sportsbook, click on your bet, and input the amount you want to risk or win in the bet slip. Yes, it's that easy. Just remember, at MyBookie, you play, you win, you get paid.
At Amazon, we're pretty good at getting things done. We're pretty good at solving problems. COVID-19 is the biggest challenge we've had to face. The challenges are what motivate us. Like flying masks to our employees around the world. We're doing everything we can to get you what you need, and doing everything we can to keep our people safe. I'm former Navy pilot Sarah Rhodes, and I'm proud to lead our Amazon Air network.
And ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for taking that quick time out with me. I am your host, the King of the Ice, Philly Pete, and we are live on 12 Ounce Sports and Zingo TV, channel 761. Hope everyone's having a fantastic Thursday. This obviously is the last show before the weekend, so I'll be back same time, same place on Tuesday. So check it out. Those that are also interested in some Pete's Power Plays gear, hit me up. Go on the I have the tagged pinned tweet on my profile. So if you go to my handle, if those that aren't following me, I highly suggest you follow me. I am at the Real Pete Tooch. If you search up Philly Pete, I'm the first one there. You can't miss it. Follow me, and let's cash out some NHL hockey. Simple as that. Clients are rocking and rolling. Twitter's rocking and rolling as we speak. We are flying through the end of January and into this hot February as well. So there might be snow on the ground, but we're still on fire. Simple as that. So, but those that are interested in my apparel, check out the 12 Ounce Sports link that is on my profile. It'll direct you straight to the Pete's Power Plays apparel. Scroll down, check out whatever you want. I have hoodies in different colors, including this white one here. I have black, gray, orange. I got t-shirts. I got long sleeve sweatshirts, long sleeve shirts. I even have face masks for your liking. Again, it comes in different colors and sizes, and of course, I even sell onesies too. So those young ones, those infants or babies that are interested as well, be a Philly Pete fan. I know my wife already snagged a bunch of them as well. So Thank you so much for supporting me, like always, ladies and gentlemen. And again, I always appreciate all of you out there that tune in and hop on board with Pete's Power Play. Simple as that. So get your hoodie or shirt today. Simple as that. Also, if you want to be a client of mine, I'm running a special deal from now until the end of February to be a client. I usually do $350 for the entire season. I'm shutting that down to $100 off. It's going to be $250 for the entire season. That includes the playoffs. That includes my cup odds, even though they have changed, of course, because there's a couple teams that are doing good, and the odds drop a little bit. But simple as that, I'm shaving off $100 for the season package if you sign up from now to the end of the month of February for $250. Simple as that. So can't go wrong. We are hot right now, and this is the right time to start cashing out large with yours truly, Philly Pete, and get on board with the rest of my clients as well. So going into Toronto tonight, we have the Vancouver Canucks and the Toronto Maple Leafs. Toronto minus 175 on the money line. Vancouver plus 155 on the money line as a dog. Toronto getting 80% of the money for that minus 175 spot. Vancouver getting 20% of that plus 155 money line. So again, all the money's going towards Toronto here. And over-under set at 6.5. I'm again, some books are even at 6 for me, but I'm still digging this over 6.5. I even like the first period over 1.5 as well. But you look at these two teams, Vancouver is 7-3 in their last 10 with the overs. Toronto is 5-4-1 in their last 10 on the overs as well. We know Vancouver can give up goals. We also know Frederik Andersen could give up goals as well. So, I expect a 3-3 sort of game going to overtime. I could see possibly Toronto winning in regulation 4-3. I mean, this is a game where Vancouver can knock on the door and be like, hey, listen, we're due for a game. We're due for a win here. We're due for a road win. Being 2-5, they're due for a win. Toronto's 5-5 has been good, especially on the power play. So, I mean, it varies back and forth. But if I'm taking a chance here, I'm going Toronto in regulation here. But don't be surprised. I'm going to do a little double banger here. Vancouver plus 1.5 on the puck line. I like that as a side as well. Toronto in regulation. So if you got a 4-3 Toronto win, we not only cash the over, we only don't cash out Toronto regulation, but we also cash out Vancouver plus 1.5. That is a game that has direction all over it. So if it's me, I like Toronto in regulation. I do. Vancouver plus 1.5 on the puck line. I highly suggest that you take that in a parlay, however. And the over 6.5, I also lean the over 1.5 first period. So a lot of action going on in this Toronto game. Again, 80% of the money going that way. A lot of money is actually going towards Toronto, and I feel like it's going to get even more when everything's said and done going tonight. So that's a 7 o'clock puck drop there in Toronto. Moving on, Dallas and Columbus. Here we go. Once again, over-under set at 5. And of course, when Philly Pete sees an over-under at 5, I take the over. But what did I do last time? I took the under 5. And guess what? That kicked me in the ass. That is my true signing calling that I should be taking the over 5s in every game going forward, because I messed up on one spot and it bit me in the ass. So guess what? Over at 5, I'm going over. Simple as that. End of argument. No problem there. Columbus plus 110 as a dog on the money line. Dallas minus 120 as a small favorite tonight. 65% of the money going towards Dallas here tonight at that minus 120 spot. Columbus, 35% of the money going that way at the plus 110 dog spot. I liked what I saw on Dallas, and I'm going to keep rolling with Dallas once again tonight. I think the Stars here win. They're playing really good hockey as expected. Coming from Dallas' side here. I really do like that. Well, first and foremost, Columbus was opened up at plus 100. So again, it was an even matchup. Now they're at plus 110, so obviously money is going more towards Dallas here, and you can see why with 65% of the money. Over-under, reason at 5, well, Dallas, last outing, we saw that. We saw it went over by $1 million. And Dallas is 4-3 in the last 7. Columbus is 4-6 in their last 10. I'm going with the over 5, and I'm going with Dallas here on the money line. That small minus 120 spot there in Columbus. I just don't think Columbus is that very good. But to me, I just think that Dallas, the way they've been playing, they're playing really good hockey, especially after having COVID situations and all the problems they had in the beginning of the season. They haven't missed a beat so far. So I like Dallas tonight and the over 5 there in Columbus. Again, another 7 o'clock puck drop. Here we go. Ottawa Senators, our beloved Ottawa Senators, against the Montreal Canadiens. Montreal minus 320 on the money line. Ottawa plus 260 on the money line. 85% of the money is going towards Montreal here at that huge money line there. Ottawa getting 15% there at plus 260. Listen, we know where we're going. Montreal is just lights out right now. They're playing really, really good hockey. And again, those that tuned in my show from before the season started when I was talking about futures, those that locked in Montreal at 50-1, like I've been saying over and over and over again, once the futures first came out, I've been telling everybody about Montreal. And at 50-1, that's what we have right now. I'm locked and loaded. I have about 4 units locked in to that Montreal 50-1 spot. So again, we're looking good. And those that did lock in Montreal at 50-1, congratulations. Even at 40-1, I did mention all in all. I always repeat it on the show every time and time again that about once a week on my show, I mentioned the futures and how much it would update. Well, that's why you got to lock it in early. This is why I do the show, so you guys could lock in your plays before the season when they come out. Simple as that. Otherwise, you're going to miss out on all the value. So Montreal, there you go. Again, Montreal on the money line, obviously I'm taking here. I can't trust Ottawa whatsoever. But you watch, because I don't take Ottawa, whether it's team total or plus 1.5 or on the money line. They're going to win tonight and screw everybody over, because right now on Twitterverse, everybody has Montreal right now. And I'm going to hang with Montreal as well. And so be it. That's it. If I go down, every NHL capper goes down as well. So that's how it's going to be. Give me Montreal on the money line, but again, that's going to be in a parlay. I also like Montreal in regulation. Montreal -1. I'm all over Montreal. And Montreal puck line -1.5. That's at -120. So it's still decent money right there for the -1.5, because this Ottawa team is in shambles. They are not good at all. So I don't expect much here whatsoever. Over-under set at 6.5. I like the over once again. I just think that it depends how many goals Ottawa scores. And we got screwed over last time with that Oilers game with a second left, almost cashing that over 6.5. But I think Montreal, they could score at will, okay? Montreal, 6-3-1 in their last 10 on the overs. Ottawa's 5-5 in their last 10 on the overs. So this to me is screaming over, as much as I think 6.5 is a lot of goals. But between these two teams, I think Ottawa's going to sneak a couple in. I feel like they are. Don't be surprised if they get 2 goals. Simple as that. I'll be shocked if they get more than 2. But I think at least you're going to see tonight from Ottawa is 2 goals. And I think Montreal will take advantage here. They should win this game. It should be a blowout, But again, we've seen different things. So give me all Montreal. Montreal money line, -1, -1.5, and the over 6.5. I also like the first period over 1.5 as well. So there you have it there in Montreal. Moving on, we have the Washington Capitals and the New York Rangers. This is a toss-up game. 70% of the money going towards Washington, 30% of the money going to the Rangers. Over-under set at 6. Washington is 8-2 in their last 10 games with the over. Rangers are 3-6 in their last 9 on the over. Okay, now listen, I like the Capitals in this game. They're healthy. They look really good as well. And the Rangers, I'm still not sure what this team is about right now. They look lackluster. They don't have chemistry there. And it's a 50-50 toss-up. It's -110 both ways. But for me, I'm leaning Washington. I like the Caps here tonight. And I also like the over 6 in this game. I think we're going to see a fair amount of goals. I just think Washington is the better team. Hence why 70% is going that way. And that's where I'm going to. So give me the Capitals on that small money line value at -110. And the over 6. A possibility play here with the over first period 1.5 as well. Stay tuned to that. So there you have it. Moving on, Calgary Flames and the Winnipeg Jets. Here we go again. The first game we saw offense, Calgary won. Second game we saw defense, Winnipeg won. So what do you do again? Well, listen. Here we have it. Winnipeg, Calgary plus 100 for Winnipeg on the money line as a dog, even money. Calgary -120 on the money line as well. Over-under set at 6. Winnipeg 6-4 in the last 10 on the overs. Calgary 4-1 in the last 9 on the overs as well. Now you look at this and be like, okay, well, the last times that I've been saying this on my show plays, we cashed out this game, no problem. I said Calgary the first time, and then last time I said Winnipeg and the under. All right, we've been cashing that out. So tonight, if we're going to play flip-flop here, I want to go back to the Calgary Flames here. I'll take them with the minus 120 spot. Over-under set at 6. I want to stick with the over 6. So if we're going to play seesaw battles, all right, I want to go back towards where I think this is going to be a high-scoring game. A lot of people got screwed over in that first period when it was 3-1. You couldn't even cash that over 6 in the full game. Simple as that. I was one of the lucky ones that got the under 6.5 in that game, and we cashed that out no problem. So give me the Calgary Flames here tonight and the over 6 when they play Winnipeg. Now, last but not least, we have 2 games left in the menu, and we have starting off with the Arizona Coyotes and the St. Louis Blues. St. Louis minus 170 on the money line. Arizona plus 150 on the money line. 85% of the money. This is probably the highest consensus bet right now. St. Louis, 85% of the money is going that way at that minus 170. 15% on that plus 150 money line for Arizona. Over-under, once again, set at 5.5. Okay. Well, St. Louis opened up at minus 155. Now they're at minus 170. So that's why all that money is going that way. And you can't go wrong there. You absolutely can't go wrong. Over-under, again, at 5.5. Arizona, 6-2-1 in their last 9 on the overs. St. Louis, 7-3 in their last 10 on the overs. I'm sticking with the over 5.5 in this game as well. You'll probably see some value as there, maybe a plus 110. Last night, they cashed out as the over was a plus 120. So that was a value overplay that I gave out, and that cashed out. So I'm going to rock and roll with the same play once again. The over 5.5 there. Okay, I'll take that. At plus, I believe it's at plus 115. You can get it at plus odds. So can't go wrong there. And the St. Louis Blues, I feel like, at home, they're right now on the puck line. They can't cover the puck line right now. They're 1-4 in the last 5 when covering the puck line. So I think the Arizona plus 1.5 covering that puck line is a good deal. Once again, we cashed that out last time. We just barely missed out on that Arizona money line there at plus 150. So what do we do again? If we need value in another dog, I like Arizona. I like the Coyotes here. They showed true grit. All right, they were down, they came back, and they made it a 1-goal game. They played really well though, and as much as the St. Louis team is that good, because they are, I think Arizona is going to eventually have to steal this game, and this might be a Philly Pete dog play tonight. I like Arizona here at that plus 150 spot. I really do. I like the over 5.5 as well in this game as well. So if you want to play it safe, take the puck line at plus 1.5. Parlay that with another game that you like that I talked about earlier, whether it's Vancouver or in Arizona. Like I said, you could even do that no problem. Even if you want, if you feel like it, even that, like I said, I think Vancouver plus 1.5, Arizona plus 1.5 parlay could be really, really good as well, and really good payout as well. Probably a plus 140, plus 150 sort of value there from what I'm thinking if you do the puck line parlay there with Arizona and Vancouver. So there you have it. Give me the over 5.5 and give me the Arizona small lean on that money line there. I just feel like one of these teams with a good value is going to sneak one out tonight. As long as it's not Ottawa, okay? This is going to be the game where I don't bet Ottawa like the rest of the world does, and they're going to upset Montreal, because this is how hockey works sometimes, ladies and gentlemen, and you have to understand that. So there you have it there. And then last but not least, Carolina and Chicago. Over-under set at 6. Chicago plus 160 on the money line. Carolina minus 180 on the money line. 70% of the money going towards Carolina there at that minus 175 spot. Chicago getting 30% of the money going there at that plus 160 spot. So there you have it. This was a great close game before, and I possibly could see that again. Over-under set at 6. I feel like this is going to be more of a lower scoring game. So I like the under 6 in this game, and you can't go wrong with Carolina here. I just think that they are the better team, and that's where I want to lean. I want to lean Carolina in regulation, and I want to go with the under 6 in this game between Chicago and Carolina. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. You heard everything for tonight. I hope everyone has a fantastic weekend. Happy Super Bowl Sunday. Stay safe. Always wear a mask, and enjoy your weekends. I will talk to you guys on Tuesday. And so long. Simple as that. See you guys. Bye.